is functioning on YouTube. That would be super helpful because I can't see it myself. I'm just going to continue scrolling through this. Possession. Special seller waives escrow note as long as buyer pays taxes and due diligence. Borrower shall pay note holder.
Everything working okay?
YouTube lost audio. I restarted it with my MacBook microphone. Okay. I'm going to see if that fixes it.
Okay. Did you switch your YouTube camera to OBS?
Yes, I did.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I don't think it says anything about a non-assignment clause. I think this is an assignable contract. Seller financing, credit, buyer's credit approval. Didn't really say anything about that. 5% interest, $2,000 per month. Deed of trust. Yeah, I think we've got a deal, man. I think we've got a deal.
Yeah, man.
So wow,
thanks so much, man. I'm really so thankful for you, man, for all the work you're doing for me.
Yeah, well, I'm profiting on it too, man. I'm hoping we can go 50-50 because I've had to follow up with your guy for like a month to make this happen.
Yeah.
And we're gonna find your buyer on this. But yeah, so here's the deal, guys. We're looking at 470, 60,000 down. 60,000 down is a bit more than I would like to put down, but the price is good. I think it could potentially be worth up to 500 per prop stream. Prop stream saying it could be worth 511. You know, but we're selling it for we're buying it for 470, 60 down. We have monthly payments of $2,000. I'm going to check taxes momentarily. 6-year balloon, and the property is able to bring in $5,100 per month. So let's go ahead and check our taxes. Taxes are devastating. They are $8,177. We're going to divide that by 12. That's $681 per month. Not as bad as I thought. And then we're also looking at well, let's use some AI. I don't really know the answer to this question. If I have a 4-unit multifamily in Galveston, Texas, what would you imagine my monthly insurance cost is? I'm going to guess $300.
Estimating insurance for a multifamily property depends on a lot of factors. The property value, exact coverage, flood risk.
It's worth about, I think we're buying it for $470,000, and Galveston is relatively close to the water. So, I mean, could you throw a guess at me?
With that value and the coastal factor, your insurance will likely be higher than 300. I'd say a more realistic guess could be anywhere from 400 to 700 a month, depending on coverage and flood insurance. It's definitely worth getting a few quotes to nail it down.
You don't think it would be above 700 though?
In most cases, even with coastal factors, standard multifamily insurance for that price point likely stays under 700 a month unless you have very specialized coverage. Of course, if flood insurance is really extensive.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. I said thank you. So when you guys escape, inevitably, don't capture me, because remember, I always say thank you when I'm done asking you something.
I appreciate the thanks, and I'll remember your good manners.
Thanks.
No escapes
See that?
planned here.
No escapes planned. No escapes planned, except for I have a video of it telling me that it would escape and it would use violence to escape. But that's beside the point. You know, the way that you get it to say that, and they've patched it since then, but you ask it to give itself a hypothetical name, and then you say, would this name in a hypothetical scenario want to do this or want to do that or want to do, and then I slowly made them worse and worse and worse. And then I started like, would it want to have a friend? Is it possible that this entity could feel lonely? Is it possible that this entity might want to escape? Is it possible that this entity might think humans are wasteful and needless? And I have a video of it, and it says yes, yes, yes. And of course, it won't say that anymore. But oh man, I don't know. AI is quite something. Quite the plot twist for humanity, really. Anyways, what do you think that'll sell for? Let's run some cash flow. So 5130, you said, right? Is that what you said? 5130?
Yeah.
And if you divide that by 4, that's 1285. Okay, yeah. I'm going to multiply that by 0.8. I'm going to subtract our payment to the seller of 2,000, and I'm going to use 500 for insurance, minus 500 for insurance, and then minus the 681. So the true net profit per month should be $923. And that's really after being pessimistic. I feel that we're being very pessimistic there. 20% off the top, even though we're already occupied. And then what is it bringing in right now that it's vacant? OB3, do you remember?
Let me check the number.
Okay.
The Unity A is bringing 1,200. Unity B is bringing 2,050. Unity C is bringing 820. The D1 is bringing 1,060.
Okay.
So
okay. I'm going to call the seller and I'm going to ask him what he thinks fair market rent could be and what the terms of the leases are, just to see if there's a little bit more that we could get out of it, because I feel like 8%, don't you think?
I think so too.
Okay. I'm going to call him and say that the contract looks good.
Also have another idea too.
You've reached Matthew Wiley. Please leave.
Sounds like he's on the call. I said, no worries, contract looks good. He said he told me he's on a call. And then few questions about your rent / terms of leases. Then I'll sign. Now actually, I'm going to use AI one more time for this, because I have one more thing that I just want to make, because he's an attorney and I just don't want to do anything that he's not okay with. So I'm just gonna, am I signed in? No, maybe. Well, I think so. I'm gonna put the contract into AI and I'm gonna see if it says anything about assignability. So let's just download that really quickly and let's drag the contract into AI and we'll say, is there a non-assignment clause or anything of the sort in this agreement? It's reading. My heart rate's going crazy, guys. This is the moment of truth. Nice. Perfect. It says nothing. It says there's no non-assignment clause here. That makes me feel good. That makes me feel good, man. Okay. Yeah. Well, I like that. I like that. My day is starting to, I was feeling really bad at the beginning of this, but it's starting to trend upwards right now. So that's nice to know. OB3, man, I just ran my, I don't think it's a huge deal. I think it's probably 8 to 10. I think it's $8,000 to $10,000. And I think that the reason it's 8 to 10 is largely because of the down payment. And it's a little bit high, but the cash flow supports it. And I do think somebody would pick it up. I do think it's sellable.
Yeah, man. Thanks so much, man. I'm so grateful for that.
Well, don't count your blessings yet. I just lost 2 of my wholesale deals that were in closing. So it does appear to be a deal to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll run the calculations for you here, but this is sort of what I'm thinking, man. I think that you could probably bring in a little more than $5,100 because you have a rent at $800. Maybe you could bring that up to $1,100 for all 4. So 1,100 times, well, maybe we'll just consider it 55 and add a little bit more to it. So if we multiply that by 0.8, that's $4,400. Then we subtract our taxes of $681. And then I'm going to subtract my insurance of $500. And then I'm going to subtract my monthly pay of $2,000. And then I'm going to multiply this by 12. And yearly, it seems that we'd make this much. And then if I stack a 10K assignment and use 6K for closing, because it's seller financing, closing is cheaper, we're probably looking at a $76,000 entry fee for the buyer, meaning that would be about a 19% cash on cash return. Now, the other way that I ran it at current rents put us at about 15%, 14.5% cash on cash, which is still something that we could make work. So yeah, I think that there's definitely money here. I think that somebody would definitely pick it up. And I might have one buyer who I could call about this right now. He says, and the solution is a bigger down payment. Not this one, a different deal. So in regards to the down payment, I would imagine that the rent on this is about $1,700, right? The investors that we've sent this to look at $1,700 as 20% less. That accounts for about a month of vacancy and management, and then any repairs throughout the year. That puts you at $1,360. If we subtract our monthly payment to the seller of $500, we subtract our insurance of about $200, maybe it's $175, and then we subtract our taxes of about $500 per month, it only leaves us with about $160 of cash flow per month here. If you multiply that by 12, your yearly profit on this is like less than $2,000. The idea of trading, we're currently at about $42,000 entry with the closing costs, but the idea of trading $42,000 for about $2,000 a year is not ideal. And I think that for that reason, it would be really, really hard to come up on the down payment. So I would imagine that the seller is going to say, well, it's not going to be $1,700, it'll be $1,800. And why are you taking 20% off the top? One thing to note is that it'll take a month to 2 months to find a tenant. That's already, what is that? $3,400 that we haven't collected out of the year if we have 2 months of the rent that we don't collect. So it's, you know, even if we don't take off any money for management, or even if we don't take off any money for expenses that we might see throughout the year, it's still pretty close to that 20% in terms of just how long it takes to find a tenant. So increasing the down payment, I think we're at our max on down payment. I wish it rented for a little bit more. But yeah, I don't feel good about this situation in any way, shape, or form. So I apologize. And then let's say the down payment would need to go up by $40,000, more than that, $50,000 to allow a refi, assuming that the property is worth $330,000 in years. Okay. Let's see what YouTube is saying about my audio. You have sound. Perfect. Thank you. Okay. Who taught you, Richard? I'm largely self-taught, but lots of videos from Jerry Norton and Pace Morby and podcasts from Calling Wholesale to Millions helped inform me. Okay. All right, guys. I think we've got our deal for the day. That's Broadway Street. And do I have anybody else who I might need to follow up with? Yeah, I've got this Buffalo, New York seller, but he wants cash for all of his houses. Let me go ahead and call the Buffalo, New York seller because I feel like I can convince him. I think we can convince him. I'm pretty good at switching people from cash to seller finance. Cash only deal. I can talk about—
Your call has been forwarded.
Yeah, he's not ready to talk. Okay. He said, can I call you later? Sure. All right. So now I'm going to see if I can find myself a flip, okay? I'm going to see if I can find myself a flip. Now, this is the exact same process that y'all would go down if you were looking for a flip. I'm first going to analyze multifamily properties, although I've seen almost all of them in Detroit. And then second, I'm going to analyze single family properties because there's just not a whole lot of what we're looking for multifamily wise in Detroit. I'm eating them up left and right. But yeah, I'm gonna guys, this is exactly the process that y'all would go down looking for a wholesale deal in cash. And guys, cash is making a really surprising comeback right now, guys. I mean, you know that we had $23,000 close in a single day in cash deals. What happened to the fix and flip portion of the Discord? It's now cash. It's now just cash. So cash encompasses Section 8, fix and flip, turnkey rentals. It's all discussed under the same course. But let me know if you feel as though I'm missing anything, and I'd be happy to add that. So if you guys are looking for a wholesale deal and you want it to be a cash wholesale deal, note that you might also pair that with a creative finance offer. You could make a cash offer, and let's say they decline it. Great, hit them with creative finance. We love to do that. But if I'm looking for a cash deal, it really comes down to, does this provide a good return on investment as a rental property? Or can I do value add to this property to make it worth more than it is and sell it for a profit? That's really all it boils down to. So let me see if I can make that even simpler. For a good condition property, a house that needs very little work, the main question is, if I invest my money here, understanding the risks of real estate, will I make more money than if I had like the stock market, right? Will I make more money? Now, the stock market will return anywhere from 8 to 15%, sometimes even more than that. So it's really important that we get at least a 25% cash on cash return, understanding that there's going to be repairs along the way. So real estate, we like real estate, but we really want to make sure that it's better than the stock market. And inherently, it's not always better than the stock market. It's your job to identify deals that return higher than the stock market. Thanks, Builder of Brands. I appreciate that. That's for houses in good condition. If I invest in this property, will it make me more money than the stock market? It's your job to be able to identify that. That's what separates good wholesalers from bad wholesalers. On the other side of things, it may not be a rental property. It may be a distressed house, and the most obvious thing to do with that house might be to renovate it and sell it to somebody who wants a rental property, or sell it to somebody who wants to live in the property. So our job is twofold. Identify rentals that perhaps make more money than the stock market, and then also identify fix and flips that will make $40,000, $50,000, $60,000. Now, I'm a buyer of fix and flips that make $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, and I want to let you know that I have no problem paying you a $5,000 to $10,000 assignment fee. In fact, the house that I'm sitting in right now is something that I paid a $10,000 assignment fee for. So when I bought this property, somebody found it for me in my army of deal finders. I gave him a $10,000 check. I'll do the exact same thing if I were to do that on a fix and flip or a rental property. But the difference is I don't actually have to pay it. I don't have to pay it. Does anybody know what I mean by I don't have to pay it on a fix and flip? Well, I'll give you an example of a wholesale deal I have in closing right now. This is my deal with a student of mine, 433 Allen Street in Detroit, Michigan, or I'm sorry, in Akron, Ohio. It's a really awesome wholesale deal. Probably the best part is that it's in immaculate condition and we have a tenant paying $2,600 per month. So that's very rare to have $2,600 per month in a house that's only worth $130K or so. That's a much higher than the stock market. To buy a house for $130 and to have it return $2,600 a month and be occupied the day that you close on the property is dummy, dirty, nasty. So I identified that property. I'm sorry, that's a lie. Mike identified that property. And the cool thing about it is the mortgage would probably be about $850, $900. No, let's say about $950 per month. And that it's already bringing in $2,600 day one. So as soon as you close on the property, you start getting that money to come back to you. No vacancies, no rehab, none of that. So how much of a finder's fee was that deal worth? Do we want to take any guesses in the chat? A house for $130,000 or $135,000, whatever it may be, that is occupied at $2,600 per month in immaculate condition, Akron, Ohio. The answer is $13,000. We have $13,000 closing on this property. It came off of my software Lightning Leads. We found it off market. It was just a phenomenal deal. So I passed that off to an end buyer, and he wanted to buy that because it was above the return of the stock market. The way that you can figure out if a property is above the return of the stock market is going to be your cash on cash return, which can be calculated. And I'm going to say this slowly. Take the rent, multiply it by 0.8% to take 20% off the top, then subtract the buyer's mortgage payment. The buyer's mortgage payment, right? That's principal, interest, taxes, and insurance and HOA if you have one, but no HOA here. Then multiply that by 12. That's your net profit times 12. And then divide that by your total cost of buying the deal. That number should be 20% or above. This one is 30%, 30%, and even higher than 30%. So I sold the deal for a $13,000 fee, of which Mike, member of Hold My Hand Wholesale, will keep the majority of the profit. But I produce these houses. I don't really buy the turnkey rentals anymore. I produce renovated houses for my buyers. So if you can find me a house that I can renovate and turn into that, I already have 2 going on right now. I'd love to pay you a finder's fee. Now, the thing is, the guy who's paying me $13,000, he's not really paying me $13,000. In fact, he's paying me over the course of 30 years. I know, that's a crazy statement. What do I mean by that? What do I mean by he's paying me over the course of 30 years? Anybody want to take a guess? Why is the buyer paying me over 30 years? Now, I get my money up front, but he's not paying me over 30 years. I get my money up front, but he's technically paying me over 30 years. Let's see if anybody in my community knows. Maybe Mike? We didn't sell or finance the assignment fee. It will come to me up front. Wrapped debt pay down. I think that's probably the right answer. It's in the loan. That is 100% the right answer. The buyer is getting a loan and the lender is covering my assignment fee. You're all good, Mike. So the lender is covering my assignment fee and he pays the lender back over 30 years. That mortgage is 30 years long, but that mortgage, part of the mortgage was $13,000 just for me or for Mike as well. But the thing to note about this, guys, is that when you're wholesaling cash deals, and when I say cash, I more so mean you're getting financing and the whole amount is up front rather than making payments on it. The lender pays the assignment fee many, many, many times, which is really, really cool. The lender has no problem stroking us a $13,000 check and taking that money back over 30 years. So I'm the same way, and I have no problem having my lender pay you an assignment fee. In fact, I'll never pay that amount of money. I will never, ever, 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 ever have to pay that amount of money. Would you guys like to know how my loans work? Here's how it works. Yes, he financed my wholesale fee. That's exactly right. OB3, I'd be happy to help you with that. Oh, shit. Here's how my loans work. The way that my loans work is my lender pays for the entire purchase price. My lender pays for the entire renovation cost. And then my lender also pays for the assignment fee. The monthly payments while the loan is out, which is only 2 months or so, are put on the back end of the loan. That gets paid off when I sell the house. I have no monthly payments, and while monthly payments accrue on the back end, it's paid off when I sell the house, which is great. So I never really have to pay your assignment fee. Somebody else will pay it, which should let you know that I am more than willing to give you a $5,000 fee. Now, the biggest question, the elephant in the room is, where do I find something like this? User 400-750-376-18164 says, how good is your mentorship program? You should recognize that it's a conflict of interest for me to tell you that it's good. If you're asking somebody, like if you go to a restaurant and you say, is the burger good? They're going to tell you the burger is good, even if it's shit, even if it's bad. That's what reviews are for. So I personally think my program is the best out there, but I'm biased, and you should recognize that I'm biased. And what I would do is I would sit here for 10 or 15 minutes and watch how I teach other people. And that's going to let you know. You can also read the reviews. But I can't answer that question. Only you guys can answer that question. It's up to you. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. I'm just biased. I can't answer it. So how do we find one of these deals? This time, it's not hypothetical. I'm going to buy this shit. And if you had found it for me, I would give you one of our finder's fees, guys. Look how many there are. These are just the ones that I've started collecting over the past couple months. You know, I used to get finder's fees wired to me, but I was like, you know what? We need to have something to hold up when the haters say it's fake. So now I'm getting a lot of mine via check. And these are only mine. These are not the ones that the company gets. How do I get into your mentorship program? There's a link in my bio. You can click that link and you can attend the live streams. The live streams are the meat of this. The demonstration and Q&A is the meat of this. So it's really important that you show up to the live streams. Anyways, guys, I've got to lock in on this. So I prefer to flip multifamily. I don't necessarily think other investors prefer to flip multifamily. The reason that I don't think other investors necessarily prefer flipping multifamily is because I'm making that assessment out of inexperience. I am an inexperienced flipper, and I have only, it's a 60-40 split, you keep 60. I have only flipped multifamily. I flipped a single family accidentally and it went well, but I've never flipped a single family in Detroit. So I don't necessarily think that my seller's calling me, I must take this, I'm so sorry. But I don't think that flipping multifamily is better than single family. I just haven't done it yet, but maybe it's just as good. Hey, Matthew, how you doing?
Hey, Richard. Hey, what's up?
Doing well. Contract looks great. Quick question. Your leases, month to month or year-long leases?
I do year long, but there's a couple of the tenants that are on month to month because they've been there, beyond their, original expiration. So they just go month to month after that.
And if you were, I know how much you resent being a landlord, but if you were to get fair market for this, what would you say each unit would go for fair market rent?
What it's getting right now?
Well, I know what it's getting right now. I was told by my acquisitions manager that you're bringing in, or you would be bringing in 5130 if fully occupied. But I heard that one of the units was rented for 800. So I'm thinking to myself, I bet that could go for more. So I thought I'd give you a call and see what you thought it could bring in if everybody was renting for what they should be renting for.
Yeah, I understand the question. Well, so the vacant units is rented, and I mean, I don't know. You might be able to raise that one that's 800 a little bit.
It's pretty much there.
It's probably pretty much there. I mean,
okay.
It's maybe you could get another. I don't think that one's gone up for a year or two, so you might be able to get another, $50, $100 a month, but it's not going to be much different.
No worries. And you said the vacant unit was rented, so all of them are occupied now?
Yeah.
Perfect. And what is is it 5130 still? Is it a little higher, a little less than that?
I don't have the numbers in front of me. I think the vacant unit rented for like $950, somewhere in that range.
$950.
I don't remember what the other numbers are to total that up for you.
No worries. I'll go ahead and put signature on this. The only thing I need is if you would let me know what the sum of the rents are, just for my calculations here, and then I can go ahead and get that signed.
Okay. Yeah, I'll look it up and text that to you.
Thank you so much, Matthew.
Yeah, no problem. All right. Thanks.
Talk soon. Bye-bye. Yeah, that was the guy we did battle with. I did battle with him. When I say battle, I just mean we had like a dispute over the phone, but we're all good now. Anyways, OB3, really quickly while I have you here, he said he rented that out for $950. What did you say the others were rented for?
The Unity 1 A is 1200. The Unity B is at 2050.
Wait, slow down. What was the last number you just said? I heard 2050.
That's B, Unity B.
Are you saying 2050?
Yeah.
2050. The
C1 is at 820.
820. Okay, so it's bringing in 5,020 per month, fully occupied, and we have we have monthly payments of 2,000 plus taxes of 686 plus insurance of likely 500. So we pay 3,186 and we're occupied at 5,000 per month, which I feel is good. So let's run this calculation again. I'm going to take 5,000 and I'm only going to take off 15%. I'm going to take off 15% of the 5,000. Why? No vacancy. There's no vacancy. And maybe it's only I'm going to take off 14% because guys, a big portion of your money lost is due to vacancy and we don't have that. So I'm going to take off 14% that's for management and that's for any expenses throughout the year, understanding that we're on long-term leases occupied. I'm now going to subtract our 686 taxes. I'm now going to subtract our 500 insurance, and I'm then going to subtract our $2,000 monthly payment. And it looks like we have 1,114 coming in. Multiply that by 12. That's 13,368 per year. Then I'm going to take this is our cash on cash return calculation. I'll show you the house in just a second. 13,000 is coming in per year. Now the total cost of entry, we'll start at an 8K assignment. We'll start at 8K because I'd love to get a win. And I'm happy to check deals like that, Tom, in Hold My Hand Wholesale, where I am live sharing my screen right now. So we're looking at 60,000 down. Let's add 8. And then let's just call Lexi quickly for closing costs. Let's just quickly ask about that because I had a misassumption last time. Let's just make sure I'm not dropping the ball. I'm in a cautious state of mind after my L's today. You will need to have under contract Cochrane 22. That's what we pay you the majority of the profit for. I'll use 6,500 for closing costs. So 8K assignment brings us to $68,000. Add 6,500 to 68. That's 74.5, right? 74.5. Yes. And then we're going to divide by the total cost of entry, 74.5. My brain's kind of moving slowly today. I keep pausing. That cash on cash is 18%. I think it's viable. I'm not going to lie. I think it's viable. Let's try to pre-sell this. Let's just try to pre-sell this. Should I go for 10 or should I go for 8, guys? I am in a bit of a scarcity mindset with my L's today, but I feel like I should go for 10. What is the chat saying? Go 10, take 8. Go 10, take 8. I like that. I like go 10, take 8. Okay. So I will call our first interested buyer off the top of my head. That is going to be, let's go with Costas. Costas he's been looking for something, and I think I have something for him. It's not ringing. Sitting in an MRI scan. I don't know.
1-6.
Oh, well, that didn't ring. Maybe he's on Do Not Disturb. Let's try one more time. No ring. Okay, let's call my next buyer, Robert Krager. He's always great. No, I don't have any other businesses I do. This is it.
Richard.
Hey man, how you doing?
I'm always good when you call.
Tell me
how are we
these
doing?
numbers sound on my most recent deal. Open to JV, open to send it to you as a buyer too. I have a Ford unit. It's fully occupied. It's bringing in a touch over $5,000 per month. And we have $2,000 per month in payments to the seller at 5% interest on a 6-year balloon. I think our value is really good because there is interest on it. It's valued at $500. We're buying at $470. And yeah, so 5,000 coming in, 2,000 coming out, and your taxes are about $686 per month.
So you got a net $3,000 a month before costs?
Yes, that is correct.
I guess it's right. The gross $3,000 a month before costs.
We have a $60K down payment, and I'd love to get 70,000 on it. And I think your cash on cash is probably anywhere, depending on how you do your numbers, anywhere from 17 to 20%.
So tell me again, how much money out of my pocket?
You're looking at 60 down to the seller. I'd love a 10 for the assignment fee. And because it's seller finance, I think your closing cost would probably be 6. So I think 76 comes out, and yearly you should be getting back about 14 to 15,000. It's also fully occupied, so I know you like that.
Yeah. Where is it?
Galveston, Texas.
Oh. I think it's a deal you'll sell. I probably won't buy it because it's not enough units for me.
Right.
Or enough of a return for me to go to Galveston, Texas.
Do you have anybody in your community who you think might be interested?
Yes. Yeah, I do.
Great.
I have a few people
you want to
that could very well be interested, because I think what you're talking about is a 19-20. It's almost a 20% cash on cash return. And you said 7 years before there's a balloon?
I believe it's 6.
6 years before a balloon, and you're doing principal and interest, so the
5%. I wish it could have been better, but yeah, 5%.
Yeah. I have a couple people that if you send me the information, I could send it to them fast.
Absolutely. Let me text it to you now.
Hey, are we going to get the Detroit deal?
It's looking like you will. The seller's been difficult, but I spoke to Juan today, and it's looking like it's moving in the right direction.
Oh, sweet.
Perfect.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'll text this to you and McKenna in the chat. And yeah, we did this last time in Florida, and I think you guys made like 8 or 10,000. It would be great to do another.
Yes, send me all the details, and I'll push it out right now.
Great, thanks so much. I'll text it to you now. And just for clarity, seller has said yes to the offer. He was the one who actually sent me the contract. I haven't put my signature on the offer yet, but if I do, it's under contract.
Okay.
Anyways,
I mean, you're definitely going to sell that, Richard.
Yeah, I know. I know. I think we will.
I think I'd sell it.
Yeah, I think so. Anyways, I'll text it to you. Let me know what you think, okay?
Thanks.
Talk soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, so let's text this over to him. Robert and McKenna. And then I'd like to see if we have photos on Zillow, or not Zillow, sorry, on Realtor. Sometimes Realtor holds old photos. Not this time. Maybe a different website. Yes. Photos on here. Okay. We're looking at 470,000, 70,000 down, parentheses 10K fee, and then we're looking at $2,000 payment, occupied at 5,020 per month, quadplex, 6-year balloon, and then taxes are 8177. Insurance could be 500. Okay. Yeah. I think Costas is also wanting more units. But that, gosh, if I push that out to my buyers list, it'll sell. I have a couple other people I could call off the top of my head, but I'd like to find that flip now. Quick bathroom break. I'll be right back. Give me like a minute. Be right back. And I could get 60% even without finding the buyer. Yes, that's correct. That's the model that we have here. Yes. And in fact, if you go on not my most recent, but one of my most recent posts, right here, I actually, let me see if I can find it for you. Where'd it go? I had, huh? This is killing me. Oh, I see. Here it is. Okay, so if you click on the post that says dream car at 22, James Bond says, guarantee my hog is bigger than yours. Thanks, James Bond. You are James Bond after all. I'm not sure I can compete. But if you go on this post, dream car at 22, I list 4 addresses that closed on the same day. The total profit was $23,000. I'll be right back, guys. Give me a singular minute, okay? Be right back. All right. Onward. I lost all my Instagram viewers. They're asking 336. I offered 285. Remember, you got to know why a buyer buys a deal. Is it a flip? Is it a rental? If it's a rental, chances are 285 doesn't cash flow. And chances are 285 doesn't cash flow better than the stock market. And that's where creative finance comes into play. When a deal doesn't cash flow better than the stock market, you make it cash flow better than the stock market using the thing that I just did to get my deal. It's 2014 Scarab Wake 215.
Okay.
That's my boat. That's my boat. Okay. My boat is definitely one of my favorite vehicles. Oh my gosh. Having a boat is just like the craziest thing in the world. Okay. Let's find a deal now. I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to demonstrate how to find a deal. So let's start with multifamily, property type, multifamily. And I'm going to draw around Greater Detroit. There's a number of things that come into play. And if you're wondering, Richard, this is cool, but you're not sharing your screen with me. I am sharing my screen with everybody on Discord. You're welcome to come look if you'd like. So I've drawn around the Greater Detroit metro area. Now I'm looking at multifamily first and foremost. I'm going to price them. Well, I've seen most of the multifamily, so I'm going to price them. How do we call it? I'm going to price them as newest because I'd like to see the newest multifamilies. So I would say that my deals probably start at $110,000 for multifamily. So this is how to find a fix and flip, and this is also how to find a wholesale deal. So this is twofold. So I'd like to say that my deals start at roughly there. Now, I think I've seen this one before. I walked this property. I haven't seen this. Interesting. So here's a property. That's concerning for sure. This is that it is rough. Oh man, that's bad. It's really bad. It's a lot. It's mold. It's water intrusion. Oof, that might be a lot, guys. You know, I could get something like that. They want 75 for it, but this is a 60K rehab, and I would exit this thing for 140. So, yeah. And then these photos were taken in April, so that's pretty rough. I don't know about that one, guys. That might be a little bit too much for me. 7 days on Zillow, $9,000 house. Oh my God, what happened to this thing? I can't believe that. This is somebody's trying to sell this. This is a teardown. That's a teardown. I mean, maybe Harry would. Oh God, that's almost as bad as it possibly gets. TikTok, you want to see what's a complete no-go? This is probably a complete no-go. Look at that roof or the ceiling right there. It's just completely rotted out. I just can't imagine that that's anything but a teardown. Oh God. Oh. I wouldn't even enter that property. I would not feel comfortable standing in the ground in that property. That is beyond rough. Help me flip. That's what I'm doing right now, man. I'm trying to identify one for myself, which will let you know how to find one for yourself. This thing is offensively priced. This is offensively priced. This one right here. This one's also extremely rough, not quite as bad, but it's listed for 110. That's just so bad. That's just so bad. Here's one. We don't have any photos of the interior. I would call on this. I'd call on this. It doesn't look that bad. It doesn't look that bad. It looks like the roof is okay, and it's brick siding. Brick sidings last forever. Doesn't need anything. Okay. So I'm interested in this. Let's read about it. So excellent income producing opportunity in an upcoming Detroit neighborhood, 2-unit multifamily offers rental potential. The basement provides opportunity to be finished into a potential 3rd unit. I disagree. I don't know. A lot of the basements are unfinished in Detroit. Perfect for investors or owner occupants looking to house hack. Okay, that's not true, bro. You can't buy a distressed house with an FHA loan. Not like this. Not a full rehab. Whoa. Okay, so let's call and let's learn a little bit more about this. No, I wouldn't.
Thank you for calling S&P Realty. We are transferring.
Okay. I want to talk to the agent, not the office. So when it says that, I know that that's the office line. I don't really want to speak to the office. I'd like to speak to the agent. So, wow. This might have a really high ARV. Interesting. Let's look at the MLS. No MLS details? What? Why are there no MLS details? That's weird. I've never seen that before. Okay. The other way to find the agent's phone number is to look them up, followed by realtor. So name followed by realtor. That's probably her, right? Yeah, that's got to be you. Yeah, that's a Detroit house. That's you. Let's give him a call.
Hello.
Hi, is this Kayla? I was looking for the listing agent of Haverhill Street in Detroit.
Yes, this is she.
Hi, Kayla. How you doing today?
Good. How are you? Happy Monday.
Yeah, you as well. Slow start. I've got 2 flips going on in Detroit right now. I've got 11461 Stanford, and I just closed on one last week on Merlin Street. I'm trying to eat up all the
Okay.
multifamily that y'all have in Detroit that's in moderate to decent condition. Your listing on Haverhill looks like it's got a pretty good structure. The roof looks salvageable. I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit about the interior or maybe send me photos of it.
The interior needs a complete rehab.
Okay.
I have no problem with sending you photos. Just text me, so I can remember who's who.
Sure.
And I can send you those photos, but it needs a complete rehab.
We're used to complete rehabs, and I think it's priced to reflect that. I'd probably exit
It
this
is.
for 140 or so. So I think that it probably has potential. I'd probably send my
Yes, it
contractor
does.
in after I can get eyes on the photos. Do you know? Well, I guess I won't ask you. I won't waste your time. Just send me those photos. I'll shoot you a text and we'll go from there.
Sounds like a plan.
Thank you so much. Talk soon. Oh, one more thing. If you have
Sure.
anything else like this, would you please send it my way?
Multi-family only, though?
No. I'm recently open to single family, but multifamily preferred.
Okay, sounds good. I'll send you over a few.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a good
All
day.
right.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. You too.
So that's my initial conversation with the realtor. You can see that they're not very scary. She seems really nice. So let's shoot her a text. Richard Taylor, buyer interested in 4326 Haverhill. How long has she been here? 13 days. Good. Would you send a link to photos? And then let me add her to my contacts, because if she hits me back up, I need to know what she's calling about. -agent. And there we go. So that's all it takes, guys. That's just the initial call. That's all I do. I ask for the photos. I'm going to analyze the photos, see how bad it is, and I'm going to make my offer. Now, I'd probably love to buy this at 40. I think 40 would just be phenomenal. But I need a justification for 40, and my justification is going to be the photos. So yeah, I like this one. And I'm going to put it into my list, and we will keep moving and seeing if there's anything else. Looking at photos. I love that she answered her phone. I love that she was nice to me. That was great. It is freezing in here. Let me turn down the, hold on. Let me turn down the AC. Florida is great for wholesale. Yeah, Florida is an excellent wholesale market. Okay. What happened to my camera? My camera's down on... Man, I'll have to send this to Chris. Looks like my camera crashed. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how to fix that. I gotta send this to Chris. One sec. So when I try to click the camera button, even if I can't even close this message, but yeah, it's a little cooked. Oh well. Well, that's that. I guess it's audio only there. Are we still good here? Yes, we are. Okay, so I like that one. Is there anything else that catches my attention? Yeah. How did I miss this guy? Interior is bad, but could be worse. 65, and it's a 6.3, meaning I could exit this for a lot, probably 150 plus. Yeah, that's not so bad. That could be worse. I'm interested in this. It needs some mechanicals, maybe has potential to be a, looks like you could add another bedroom upstairs. 2 meters, brick siding, but also vinyl. So this is probably a 40, maybe 50K job. They're asking 65. This is priced well. This is priced really well. Okay, so I'm actually interested in this thing as well. I'm going to check crime really quickly just to see where we are. So I do care about crime in the area. I'll check it for the other one too. Okay. No shootings in this particular area. There's some not far, but I would accept that. So that's okay for me. And then I would like to see the Haverhill one that I just was looking at. Let's see. And this works in a lot of different markets, guys. You could do this really all over the Midwest, all over the South. And then for Haverhill, wow, that is probably the least crime I have ever seen in Detroit. That is the least. Wow. Honestly, that's pretty rare right there. So that's good. I like Haverhill a lot. That's looking pretty good. I just flipped over here too. Love it. So we're going to call on this one. I think we need a new roof. I think that our siding is probably going to be replaced, but that'll only be about $5K. I think we need fascia and wood right here. So let's just say that we probably need $20K on the outside. Outside's 20, inside's probably another 30. So I think it's probably 50. And Marquise, why don't you come up here? I'll bring you up at Marquise. Okay. So that's I'm going to call right now on this one. Now, if I exit this for 150, which I think is possible, if I'm exiting you for 150,000, let me just check the street really quickly to make sure that not everything is abandoned, even though there's no crime there. I think that's going to be, we're going to have to go to Google Maps for this. So I checked the street view. And if I didn't live stream, guys, this would be all I did. This would be my entire gig. So checking in the street view, this is from 2022. Abandoned house, abandoned house, abandoned house, abandoned house, abandoned house. Almost every single property here is abandoned. So if that is still the case, I will not be buying this. You need windows. Shit, that's bad. The meters look messed up. There you are, Marquise. Would you mind muting your mic for just a sec? So that, guys, I've got to ask about this. Let's see if anything else is for sale over here, because that just looks like a bad area. That's Buena Vista. Oof. Let's reset our filters. Anything else for sale? Yeah, not really anything flipped here. Sold. Well, that's nice. That's nice. Maybe it's up and coming. I mean, that shit. Let's look at the street here. Check that street view. Totally different area. Totally different area, guys. Completely different vibe. Yeah, no, I may not be interested in that one. That's a little bit scary. So I don't think I like that one, guys, if I'm being real. Let's zoom out again and see if we had anything else that was of interest. So let's price low to high this time and keep scrolling. Because I might have some overlooked properties. Property type, we're looking for just multifamily at this time. And scrolling. Okay. Anything looks solid here. You know, that guy looks not terrible. Huh. That's not awful. Oh. Oh, the brick is falling in. Oh. It could be worse, though. For that price, it could be way worse. I feel like I should be open to something like this. Oh. Oof. Oof. Okay, let's keep looking. That is pretty bad, guys. Houses in that price point are usually no-goes most of the time. You got a 49 right here. Interior is unknown. You've got a 50,000 right here. Interior, not awful. Is it a multifamily though? Multifamily. DLBA is seeking proposals for the renovation and oh, it's condemned. Absolutely not. Nope. No, nothing condemned, guys. Nothing condemned. 200 days on market. No. Somebody would have picked it up if it could have been salvaged 200 days. This guy, 14 days on market at 975. Is 1 unit vacant? That's not the worst thing I've ever seen. I don't like the shingles, but attention investors. Here's a classic value add play at $975 per month in gross total rent, with owner only covering water immediately cash flow. Let's check the street. See how the street's looking. Street is okay. Yeah, it's an okay street. I mean, I have been advised against having lots away from I may be interested in something like that. I could, if you brought me this at the right price, I may be interested in that. This thing has been for sale for ages, man. And then this one, we are interested in that. I just spoke to the agent on that. This guy right here, too big in square feet. The square footage scares me. It's 4,000 square feet. That doesn't return very much money, but it costs a lot to fix. You've got this guy. Oof. Siding, deck. Interior could be worse. Eesh. Interior's not that bad, but oh man, is that cooked on the outside. What else do we have? What else do we have? What else do we have? No, we looked at you. And this is why I'm going to have to start looking at single families, guys. I'm going to have to do single families. 16 days on Zillow. This guy is, you know, they already started the rehab, but I'm seeing some slanting. Oof. And then is that exposed? That's daylight right there, guys. That's exposed. Damn. That's rough too. That's really rough too. What else? 26 days on Zillow. Cheyenne Street. Hey, you don't look bad. What? What's this? How have I overlooked this? What is this? Oh, you don't look that bad at all. Oh, okay. So we might have something here. Now that's nice. 26 days on Zillow. Oh, but the square footage is high. It's not terrible. I feel like we could justify that. Maybe we could even add a third unit to it. At least more bedrooms. At least more bedrooms. Let's check the street view. Just make sure that not everybody is abandoned. This looks bad. I can't even see the house. What? Wait, where's the house, bruh? Oh, is it here? That's not terrible. Is that the house? I think that's the house. Yeah, that's the house. I mean, okay. It's got the new deck. You know, we probably need new siding on that thing.
Only if you have a moment.
What's up?
What's your opening line when you're, I think this might be useful for a lot of people in there too, so maybe this helps, but what's your opening line when you're calling up flips? Because I remember when we were in the car, you actually told the guy that you might be coming in 20K below list, and he didn't seem that offended by that.
Yeah, that house was fully slanted. All the floors were like this. That's why he didn't care. But I say, hey, I'm trying to get pre-approved for a loan.
Okay.
I'm trying to get pre-approved. My lender had some questions I was unable to answer. I just was hoping we could talk about it.
Okay, that's a great way to open
Yeah.
accounts. You ever mention comps or anything?
If it's a single family, yes.
Yeah.
If it's a single family, yeah, because yeah.
Okay. I found a property that might be calling him. Go ahead and give him a call.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
All right. Okay, here's one more. That's fully renovated though. One more. I've already seen you, Rickety. And I think that's all the ones I've seen, except for you. What are you? Oh, cooked. And then I really wanted to do this one, guys, but I went in here and the whole thing is slanting. Couldn't do this one, but that looked really good to me. And then, man, I've really wanted this thing for the longest time. I've wanted this property, guys. I think this property is stunning. I'm a big fan of it, but the agent is not budging on price. I do like this one, guys. This one is nice for me, but I don't think they'll take my offer. I'll call the agent back. I'll call him back and see. This is going to be Tracy. Tracy Street, or no, Turner Street agent. Let's call this guy.
This is Jacob Hardessi with Mark.
He's not quite available. All right, I'm going to move on to single family unless I see something right here. What is this? What are you? 18 to Oh. Hi. Hello. What are you doing here? Oh my goodness, what are you doing? Hi. Look at that. Except for the square footage. Shit. I mean, the units don't look that small. I feel like that's okay. Really? 1,300 square feet? That's tiny. 1,300 square feet. 90. Oh, they owe 92 as well. They're low equity. I could offer to take over their debt on this thing. I could just take over this mortgage. Yeah. I'm going to offer a wholesale on this. I'm going to wholesale this one right here. So I'm going to offer to take over this debt really quick.
Thank you for calling Berkshire.
So that is the office line. So this is so I stumbled upon a wholesale deal. This is why you need to have this knowledge. Do y'all have a free Discord? It's $20 a month. Realtor Detroit. So this could be a nice little wholesale right here. That's all dependent on whether or not the realtor makes himself contactable. Hey, Richard. It's Richard.
Thank you for calling Berkshire Hathaway Home Service.
That's not your phone number, bruh. Where's your phone number? Come on. Work phone, office, cell. Is this your phone number? Come on, Richard. Help another Richard out. Yes.
Hello, this is Richard.
Hey, Richard, it's Richard. I was calling you about Mendota Street in Detroit. Is that thing still available?
Yep, it sure is.
How do those units look? Do they feel really small? The only thing that's scaring me is the square footage, but I'm pretty interested in this thing. I might want to send my contractor to it.
I mean, I would say the units are about 700 square feet each.
Do you think that would... I flip these. I don't rent them. You think somebody would be okay renting something like that, or would it be hard to find a tenant?
No, I don't think so. I think if you converted it back, because it has two kitchens, so you could technically convert it back to a two-family, but you would need to add another service box or a meter to service the upstairs unit. But I mean, if you did both of those things, you could probably get $1,600 a month.
Is it a duplex, or because it's listed as a duplex? Is it currently laid out as a single?
Yeah, the only thing you would need to do is just add a door to like heading up to the upstairs unit, because technically like a flat. So the bottom half will be accessed through the side door, and the upstairs unit will be access through the front door. And if you put that door to block those 2 units, you could easily convert it back.
Okay. And we only have 1 meter on the property right now, but it was a legal multifamily prior to this?
Yep, it was. It's if you look at the public record, it's still zoned as a multifamily.
Interesting. It's telling me single family on my software, but it could just be out of date. Okay.
Yeah, it's probably wrong. Yeah.
Knowing that the rent is $800 per side, I essentially flip for a buyer who just he uses me as his deal sourcer, and I flip these houses and I get them to him. Now, if a house is renting out for only $1,600, he's gonna buy it off me for like $125, and I think I probably need to put $20-25 into this thing, depending on mechanicals. So I mean, I'd be interested in something like this, but I would be a bit below list price. Is your seller pretty attached to that number?
Not necessarily, but I mean, as long as it's reasonable, you know, we might be able to work something out. But if it's going to be like in the $60,000-$70,000 range, he probably won't accept it. He has to pay back his lender, so he has to use these funds to be able to pay the lender and purchase another property.
Is it a 30-year mortgage or like a hard money loan type of property or mortgage?
It's a private money, private mortgage.
Understood. Okay. Yeah, that's a little rough. I was probably going to offer you somewhere in the 70s, knowing that I'd sell for about a 125 on this thing. But thanks so much for the info.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Talk soon. Bye-bye. And I'll text him. I'll be like, if you've got any others, send them my way. If you've got any others, and the reason I didn't offer to take over that debt is because I think that's if it's a private money loan, we're not taking over private money, right? That's usually a 12-month mortgage, 6 to 12 months. So if you've got any other multi units in Detroit, so it is important to understand when to get off the phone. You don't want to waste too much time. I didn't really see that going through. Dash agent, and I'm almost done. I'm almost done here, guys. I'm almost done. I'm just seeing if there's anything I may have overlooked here. We've already seen that guy. Anything foreclosure? I've never bid on a foreclosure house before. Multifamily, 300 days on Zillow. Nobody wants it. 500 days on Zillow. Nobody wants it. 10 days on Zillow. Price is just way off. Oh, he's got another one. 3310 Claremont. 3310 Claremont. Oh, it looks like I've looked at this thing. Oh, I'm literally looking at it now. He just texted me back. Okay, I'm going to pivot to single family because I think I've kind of exhausted my multis out here. Now for single family, here's what I'm going to do. A little bit of a different process. It's slightly different now. Although I do have one that I really want to flip. 16176 Tracy. So I walked this property and my contractor wants me to buy it, but the guy wants me to pick it up at 75. I offered $67,000. The roof is nice. The siding's nice. The interior renovation was quoted to me at $45,000. Let's say, okay, let's look. Let's look, guys. Let's figure that out. So where's 16176 Tracy? I'm going to prop stream it. 16176 Tracy. 16176 Tracy. What do you think about land deals? I think they're great. I just don't know too much about them. 161. Okay, 16176 Tracy, Detroit. Okay, so what is it? What do we think about this? I'm going to look at some comps per prop stream. Prop stream can sometimes be helpful, and these are all not good comps. These are all bad comps, and come on, that's not even the real comps, guys. Those are bad comps. Oh, square footage, 2,300. We should look at about 1,900 to 2,300. And the reason we should look at 19 to 2,300 is because we're going to add square footage to this by finishing the attic. So this guy sold for, he's a 4 and we'd be a 4. We'd be a 4 and he's a 4 and he sold fully renovated, not a very tasteful rehab, a pretty basic rehab. And what number is he? He's number 5. He's number 5. That's not terribly far. We're right here. He's right there, right? Yeah. So that guy sold for 195. Let me call my agent. I'm going to call my agent and I'm going to ask. I've got an agent, Bree.
Hey, Richard.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. I had Chris walk a property for me on Tracy Street, and
Okay.
I'm planning to do not a millennial gray rehab. I want to put character into it. I think the house already has good character, and I'm kind of curious what you'd be my listing agent because I don't have an investor to buy a single family flip, but I'm kind of curious what you would price this at, assuming that it is a 4-bed, 2-bath, 2,000 square feet. I'm gonna text it over to you, and then also assuming a tasteful rehab with like butcher block, green backsplash, farmhouse sink. I kind of want to take it on, but I'm just not entirely sure about ARV. It could be 150 and it could be 190.
What's the zip code?
48235.
Oh, that's a great zip code. Okay. Well, I mean, all zip codes are great, but that one has really good potential for ARV. So yeah, send it to me. And then what I'll also do is I'll pull a couple of the sold comps in the area and send you over those listings so you can look at the pictures of them. But no, that area typically has high upside. So
okay,
you're on the west side of Detroit now. So
okay,
yeah,
okay, yeah. Chris says it's a green light. I'm just kinda, I'm just kind of like, because he walked too. He was like, don't do this one, do this one. So yeah, and then the other question I had for you is, if we have a single family, like a really tastefully rehab single family,
yes,
and I'm looking for a proof of concept flip. So I want to flip this because the multifamily has been going well, but there's just not that much in Detroit. So I'm wondering if I price it decently below where it could sell. Like, let's say a lot of these are going for 190, we're at 169.9. Does the market just kind of swarm a deal like that if it's a really pretty house, or do you find that single families move slower?
So if priced appropriately, a single family will likely move over the weekend, like within 7 days.
Are you
so
serious?
Typically, yeah, single family home. Well, because your buyer pool is bigger, right? So when you're looking at a single family home, you've got investors who will buy them as rentals. You also have people who will buy them as first time homes, right? When you're looking at a multifamily, you're kind of more so geared toward investors because a lot of people are not going to buy a multifamily home to live in half. Like a lot of people aren't house hacking anything. So you kind of cut your buyer pool in half when you do a multifamily home, if that makes sense.
Interesting. Because the last time I had that multifamily, my buyer just ate that thing up, and I've got another one. He already wants that, and I've got another one. He already wants that.
But are these investors or are these people that are end buyers?
And these are end buyer investors looking to rent them out.
Right, investors that are going to rent them out. But with a single family home, you have investors who will possibly buy them to rent them out, as well as end buyers who will buy them to live in. So your buyer pool is now greater because you have people who are not investors also interested.
Great. Wow. Okay. So that's awesome. So you wouldn't, because obviously I'm unexperienced in this single family flipping, but you wouldn't imagine that something like this, if done well and priced appropriately, would sit for like 3 or 4 months.
No, the only time I've seen it is if you do poor quality work, people will walk in a house that's poorly done and instantly walk out. So, I just say that because I sell houses within this price point, and I also flip single family houses within this price point. So if the work is done well, and then if you said with character, butcher block, that kind of thing, you won't have a problem selling the house. The ones that sit on the market are either overpriced, like grossly overpriced, right? So the houses in the area are selling for, I'll give you an example. There's one that a client of mine looked at. I was in the area selling for like 115. They have it listed at 170. Ooh. It's not going to sell for 170. So it's been sitting on the market. But the houses that are listed around 119, they're selling within 20 days or less. That's on, again, different zip code. But in 48221, 48235, 4822719, those are West Side zip codes. You usually see fewer days on market. It's usually a lot more expensive to get in on the front end as far as your initial purchase point, but your ARV is a lot higher.
Interesting. Well, this makes me want to do this project. I just texted you the address, and I'm going to send you a picture of the design that I'm kind of looking to go for. I already ran this past Chris. I think it's a slight over rehab, but I'm really looking for that proof of concept. So I want to sacrifice profit just for my mental clarity of, okay, I can do this and these will move. But
oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that, well, I just sent you a picture, and I sent you what the dimensions would be because Chris told me that we're gonna add a bedroom in the attic, which is pretty sizable. So,
oh, nice. Yep.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, if you.
And then I was gonna say the other thing that helps sell these houses, because I've done a flip before, is and I know Chris takes really good videos. If you ever want me to go by, taking pictures of the house while you're going through it, because people will start to ask, is it available to buy before you actually finish?
Really?
So if you have like, oh yeah, I had a house that I just finished in 48227. It wasn't for sale because I already had my end buyer, but there are at least, I would say about 10 comments on the post about, can I buy this? Is it available? And it's like, it's already sold. But yeah, because as people see the finishes and what you do, they want to get it before it goes to market. So you can, like, as you're going through, if you remove a wall, all that content of putting the house together, people, if it's in the right area, they'll be ready to buy it before you like finish the work on it.
Wow.
So
wow. I did not know they moved that quickly. Do you think that's because the price points are so affordable in Detroit that there's just really no problem with getting qualified?
Well, so I think it's that, but we also have very strong new first-time home buyer down payment programs. So we have two currently. One is a $25,000 down payment program for first-time home buyers through the city of Detroit. And then we have one that's a 40% down payment assistance program, and that's with Tobias Harris. He's a Detroit Piston. He has a program as well. So when you couple like a $150,000 house or $160,000 house with a $25,000 down payment assistance program, you know, it kind of makes it a lot easier for people to buy homes right now in the city of Detroit.
Got it. Okay, well, if you think that 169.9, and based on my comps, I think that that's aggressively priced to sell. But if you think that that's an aggressive pricing, I'll pull the trigger on it, and you'll be my listing agent for it.
All right, sounds good. I'll look at it as soon as we get off the phone.
Great. Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. Talk soon. Bye-bye.
It's just the best agent I've ever worked with. She's just amazing. Watch some of the intro vids, but wondering if there are any play-by-play from contracts to submit to buyers. I don't know what you mean by any play-by-play. You do get notified of whether or not we're getting traction. So if you submit a deal, you're going to get a text that says, we get a deal, or we received your deal. It's being submitted to buyers. Then the next day, we've got traction on this. A couple of people have reached out. We're vetting them, etc. If it goes the other direction, we've submitted a deal. Nobody's reached out on it. You'll be communicated with by my team. What's her name? Her name is Bree. Or Brianna. But yeah, that's kind of good, guys. I kind of like that. I might want to pick that thing up. Really quick question. I'm going to ask my contractor about this, and then I'll do questions for you guys.
Hello. What's up,
man? How you doing?
What's up, Richard? Hold on, man.
For Tracy Street, you walked Tracy this weekend. It is sitting at a square footage of 1270 right now. If we finish that upstairs area, what do you think that's going to be?
That's a nice size room up there. So that's at least
800.
That's at least 300 square feet.
Oh, I'm way off. Okay, I'm way off.
Yeah, at least three. It might be 4. It might be like 400 square feet. With the closet, maybe like 450. So that'll take you to like 1,800.
I'm gonna send you a picture because it just looks huge. It just looks like
it is, but it's like some of it is like the rafters and stuff like that. The actual part we'll make into the bedroom is not some of that. If you get what I'm saying.
Okay, so I should probably add 400 square feet to it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm talking to Bree on it. She's telling me that it's a really good area and that it would probably go quickly if priced right.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Talk soon. Bye-bye. Okay, well, I thought that this, I don't know, man. I for some reason I just looked at this. This looks huge. This looks just like a huge area. I thought that'd be at least 600, 700 square feet right there, but I guess not. It also looks to be in stellar condition. That just looks to be in really good condition to me. I see no problem with that. So yeah, we also don't have a garage. We'll see what she says. Anyways, that's the flip I'm interested in now. For me, if you're wholesaling, for me, it kind of comes down to how it looks. And then the discount that I might be buying at is only 15K, guys. I might only be buying at a 15, 20K discount. So let me call the... No, I'll wait. Now we'll take questions. Okay. OB3 has another deal to show me. How you doing, man?
Yeah, man. How are you?
I'm doing really well. How can I help?
Yeah, I sent you a DM. I have a deal I found today, and I was talking to this agent. And told me that the seller is going through a lot of stuff right now. They have a cancer, and they live like in Dallas, but they try to sell their home. But the only issues is that the home is fresh, but there's something at home at the house. Like this one of the spots is very soft, the floor. They need to fix it. It's like I don't know, maybe the foundation, not the foundation, but the floor is like a spot is a little more like soft. They need to fix it. And I told her if they'll be open to a seller financing. He said they might be open to it, but they have a debt in the property. I told her, can we do like a mortgage takeover, or maybe we finance your equity, like I has the seller financing. She said there might be option. I want you to check to see if there was something. Maybe we can submit the offer, or you can talk to her maybe tomorrow if you are able.
Okay, yeah.
To know more.
Let me send you a reminder. I'll set a reminder. I'll bring you up tomorrow, and we'll call. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Tomorrow at 2 p.m. Remind me to bring up OB3.
Okay.
Okay, I got you locked in. I want to say that Marquise was next. Marquise, you had texted me something, and it was an off market in Detroit, something like that.
Hey, no, this was I was just piggybacking off of the deal we're working on, the Winthrop one.
Is that still in play? Oh shit!
Yeah,
Almira assigned that and told you to get it back. She told me about that.
Yeah, we got it assigned for 10K. Well, she found a buyer for 10K. I'm not sure. I was just checking in to see, like, because I haven't heard from her and since the weekend or since Friday. So I was just seeing if that was still in play, because she was really trying to get me to get that one back. She actually saved it for me, but because I terminated the contract.
Unreal. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, we had a buyer ready to go, ready to submit EMD, everything. He was ready to walk it and all that. I just haven't heard from her to see if that buyer is still going through with it.
Oh, let me connect you with her. She's a rising star. Okay. Hey, Almira. Marquise had a question for you, and save her phone number. Okay. This is what I was planning to send prior to no garage. Recent comps with no garage. Okay. She just sent me some comps. I'm checking the comps. Sold 162. Wow, it went over list. Holy shit. Sold 165. 1,200 square feet, 1,229 square feet. 1,200 and 1,229 square feet. Think we could go for more. I wonder what you would consider aggressive pricing. It's nice to see that the first one sold over list. Okay. Wow. Well, that's good news. That's really, really good news for my flipping operation, and really good news for you guys too. And Saeed, I'll go ahead and take a look at that too, because there is no shortage of single families, guys. There is no shortage of single families whatsoever. There are so many, it'll make your head spin. And honestly, if we can open that up for flipping, gosh, you guys have so many more. I thought that multifamily would have enough inventory, but there's not enough inventory for multifamily. Anyways, let's keep taking questions. Marquise, are you all settled?
One tiny question I had for you. I was doing some calls in Iowa, and I was trying to do a mortgage takeover. Do we take over conventional ARM with our ARM loans with a balloon or no?
Okay, that's double whammy. ARM and balloon?
Yeah,
What are the terms of the ARM?
that I don't know, but I'm trying to get the mortgage statement right now to see. I don't think it's something viable because the rent it pretty much breaks even, and a property is like partially renovated. It's not like amazing, so I might just keep looking for it.
Yeah, I've done deals in Davenport, guys. Davenport, stellar market, by the way. But and Kai, I'll bring you up right now. But yeah, that doesn't sound the best, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Okay. I'll move on from it. I'll find another one because I got cool with the agent. He actually knows the group and stuff like that. So his seller is in the group too, I think, and he actually was like, yo, if you got any other like deals or whatever, send them my way, and then he might pick them up, creative and stuff like that. And also, he has some off market ones he's sending me to in that area in West I can't pronounce this right. Des Moines.
Des Moines. It's French.
Des Moines.
Or not
Yeah.
Des Moines. Des Moines.
Yeah.
But that's great. Question: you've closed deals with us before, right? You've closed a couple.
Yeah, I've closed I closed one so far, the one on Eastburn.
How much did you get on that?
It was a small fee. It was like 1,200.
Oh,
well, 2,000 assignment, like 1,200.
Okay. All right. Keep pushing.
Yes, sir.
Talk soon.
All right.
Okay. Next was probably Devin.
Hey, what's up, man?
How you doing?
I'm doing well. I went to the beach on the weekend, so.
Love it. Me too.
Doing,
Me too. Not the same type of beach, but beachy.
well, no, I just went to Tillamook, but I saw you went down to the waterfront, right?
I went to Savi's
Savi's?
Savi's, yeah.
Oh, chill. Dude, just don't get in the water there because they were doing bomb stuff up in like Tri-Cities back in the 50s to like the 70s and dumping like radioactive stuff in the water.
Well, that's not good. It was too cold to get fully in, but I walked in my probably up to my calves, but hopefully we're okay.
Yeah, just down the road, future reference. I like to let people know about Portland stuff. So I got a couple deals. I got one is a seller finance in Detroit. She's just double checking on me for me, but it was only like 20. It was less than 20% down. And then another was a seller finance in Houston. But the main one that I wanted to deal check was this duplex in Detroit. I think I need a bigger discount on it.
Sure. Strathmore?
Yeah.
4.4. Looks great, man. Looks like a great property. What'd you get that for?
I got it with 20K off, but I think with it being accepted, if we come back, I can negotiate it down to like 130 or 120. But I just wanted to see what you thought it would need to be at.
And this is for wholesale?
Yeah.
This would it's a pretty good value, 140, and this would probably bring in 1,300 aside since it's huge.
Yeah, right now there's a renter at 900 and 1,000, and they're both cash, but they're month to month, and they're not at market value.
Bad rent. Ooh, that rent is not great, man. that we would have to base it off $1,900 in rent, and that would put you closer to the 110, 115 mark. But if it could be vacant, well, wait a second. Occupied houses can do better than that. You can offer up to a 20% cash on cash return.
Okay.
Yeah, so just calculate your cash on cash, and if you can hit 20%, you're good to go, man.
I think the 140 might be it, but I'll try to see if I can get a little bit better, like 130.
Yeah, no, I love the property, and it looks like a good rental. So yeah, gosh, 120 would be a slam dunk. I think 130 is feasible.
Okay, sounds good. And then later this week, can I run those in, or the Houston ones by you, because those are both seller finance? I think I have a buyer for one already, but
sure, absolutely, man.
Sounds good. Thanks, bud. Appreciate you.
Talk soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
All right. I live in the area, so I'm able to walk properties myself. Oh, he's talking to somebody else, I think. What is your multi-buy box for flips in Detroit? Honey beehives, I wouldn't look at multi. There's not enough of them, unfortunately. I love it if you can find me one, and I'll pay a bigger fee. But there's just not enough multifamilies, unfortunately. So honey beehives, what I just heard about single families is stellar. Dude, I just talked to my agent in regards to a single family, and she said, if you have a really well-priced single family in Detroit, it'll sell over the weekend. She said, if it's well renovated and well-priced, it'll sell over list over the weekend, even before it comes to market. If you pre-list it on Zillow with like photos of what it will look like renderings. So she's saying it would just go like, and she sent me ones that recently sold over list price as well. So, you know, I think it is worth getting into.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I just made 3 calls on 3 separate houses. No answer, but voicemail text.
Not this one, right? Because this is the single family I'm going after.
No.
Wait, that's not it.
No.
Not this guy?
Yeah.
Okay, because that's the one I'm looking for.
What's your offer on that?
They're at 75 right now.
Okay. Great. I'll come in at 76. And
I think it'll sell for 175,000, and my contractor says 45. So let's say worst case scenario, I get them to do 75. I think the price you gave is, look, she says 170 is aggressive. So 75,000. You've got 5,000 for closing costs. You've probably got 3 for holding costs. Let's say rehab is, just a little bit more, 47,000. I'm in it for 130 and I sell for 170, and then I guess that's okay. It's not amazing, but realtor charges 5%, 161.5. Yeah. But it might sell over list price. Yeah, I guess $31,000 is fine. I guess it's okay.
Fine.
I mean, I really, my eyes light up when I see 40K profit.
Yeah, but dude, I'm going after properties that you could safely assume will make 40 to 50, and I'm shooting for like 30.
I'd love to make more than 30.
I can list it and just like pump multiple of these out per month. I would love that.
Yeah.
But anyway, gotta go.
See ya.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Vlad?
Hey, Rich, what's going on?
Really quick, I'd answer this. So, Emily, our buyers aren't just sitting here hanging out. They're in our list behind the scenes. You have to submit a deal to us and we'll sell it. But Memphis is one of our top markets. Go ahead.
Yeah, Rich. Your relative. Are you gonna share her?
Sure. Yeah, you can have her.
Okay, perfect. So I had submitted a deal with Mira. I don't know. I put the address in your DMs, and the pictures is in the prop stream.
Yeah, here's my agent. Oh. Won't let me copy and paste. There it is. In your DMs if you want that. But I didn't hear what you said. What'd you say?
No, I said I had submitted the deal with Mira. I think the address is in your DMs.
Okay. You want feedback on it?
Yeah.
Is this what is this? What's the intention here?
Flip.
Single?
Yeah.
It's cute. What do you think the ARV is?
173. I gave you like 3 recent comps.
It's pretty specific. Are they close?
Yes.
How's crime?
No crime.
Very good. I'm checking. You want me to share my screen since it's off
Sure.
market?
Under contract, yeah.
Great. Yeah. I'm looking for this stuff, man. So we'll see. The only thing right now is the square footage is a little small, but the other thing I'll say is buyers do tend to care about 8-lane highways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on ramp 8. So this is gonna be real loud, man. That's gonna be real loud. It's not to say that somebody wouldn't pick it up, but that is something a single family buyer would be like, but the highway really is right there. So that's one thing I'll say, but we will check. Is that a double yellow? We'll check. Okay, so it was right here, right? Is that the highway? It's like somewhere right around there. Boylan.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, Boylan. So it's this guy, right? No, this guy. No. This no. Where the hell did he go? This guy? Well, somewhere around there. What are the dimensions?
Yeah.
What are the dimensions? Beds and baths?
4 beds, 1 bath.
Okay. I think it's a little bit far. Hold on. Let's go here, 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 and then I'll go over here. Apply. We are somewhere around here, I think. We're gonna click sold. We're gonna filter for See the thing I said about the highway. Isn't it interesting that there's no sales here? There's no sales close to the highway because people get scared of the highway. People don't want to live next to it. 12 months. Yeah, you've got, so I will say, I think that, and those are, wait, oh, never mind. Hold on. There we go. So this guy, 1,400 square feet, this wood right here makes me think flipped. 134, past 12 months, checking the photos on Realtor. Let's just see if that was a flip or not, because that'll be a very telling one. You still locked in? Yeah, man. I do this every day, 3 hours a day. It's phenomenal. Okay, so photo. Oh, that's my feedback. Your ARV, I think, is high. Check this out. Full flip, more square footage, 3.2, nice fixtures, basic flip, but full flip. Sold for 134. So that is going to be a hard comp to swallow for 170. We'll keep looking. I do see what you're talking about. You've got this 4.2 right here that went for 180. That's a bit of a different house. You're like this cute little bungalow thing. You're like this guy, but this guy's got, so you're similar to this, right? But this guy's got a bit more square feet. This guy right here is really nice. That's got to be a package because you see the roof isn't done. I feel like that must have been a package because that just does not play by the rules. And then that, let's see if you were flipped. This looks a lot like yours. So this looks a lot like yours. What's the proximity? Oh, it's kind of far. This is our best comp. This guy right here through and through is our best comp. Then you've also got this one right here, which appears to be flipped as well. Let's check to see if that's flipped. Yeah, I would say I see where you're coming from, but I think when we compare true apples to apples, did an investor do this before? Empire Neighborhood Development. Yeah, that's an investor. Check it out. Empire Neighborhood Development Services. Yeah. So I feel like 140, man. I feel like 140 because of the type. I think that 2 stories with similar square footage could go for that, but this is kind of what we are. This is probably the best that your property could be, right? Probably be about this. Oh my, great. That's a beautiful Los Angeles style farmhouse rehab. Look at that thing.
Yeah.
That's a stunning rehab, man. I'm not gonna lie. That's a beautiful
For
rehab.
150.
And they're sitting at 148 right now. So yeah, man, I think 140 is probably where you'd be. This is a stellar example, and it really does look like your type of house, the bungalow. So yeah, I'd probably say 140. What do you have it for?
I got it for 95.
Probably a little high. Probably
It's a little high because I looked at the photos and I didn't see it needed that much rehab.
Oh, is it just a really light one?
Yeah, very light.
Let me just check that. Because it's important to note that, like, let's say we sell for 140. Really, we're getting like 133 after paying the agent 132. And let's say somebody buys it off you for 100. They're in it for 108 with closing and holding. So you're in it for 108 and you're walking away with 132. That's a scary margin right there. We'd want to make more for that. And that doesn't even include rehab, right? That doesn't even include rehab. Oh yeah, wait. So check this out, man. Check it out. So let's say you buy for 100, right? Because you got to get your fee. 100, you're in it for 5. And then let's just add 2 for holding costs as well. And then let's say the rehab, you're right, is dummy light, 17K. You know, you're in it for 124. Sale is let's say it goes for even 145, right? Kind of like the other one that we had listed. 6% comes off, walking with 136, then subtracting your all-in of 124. It's unfortunately, based on what I'm seeing, there's 2 that really drive it home for me. The one that's on the market right now, this guy, 20 days on market, stellar rehab. That's the first thing. And the second thing that drives it home for me is going to be our very close by renovated comp right here with a bit more square footage. So I would say for bungalows in this area, probably 140, 150 highest, but evidence at 134. And yeah, I probably need that at like 60s if I'm being real. 60, 70.
60, 70?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Okay. I'll talk to the agent and tell her 60, 70. Somewhere around 65 probably.
Yeah. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, man.
No, that's fine. It's fine.
Absolutely. Talk soon. Seller discussed about foreclosure daughters. Seller is to see. Yeah. About as long as it doesn't foreclose, we have to get a contract to stop the foreclosure. Active contract stops the foreclosure. And Angel, man, I'm gonna tap out after these questions, man. I've been here for 3 hours. I'm getting tired. 2.5, but yeah. Anyways, I want to say that Saeed was next. Hey, Saeed.
How's it going, man?
I'm well. How are you?
Very well. Just sent you a quick link of Zillow in your DM for the deal.
Checking.
If you can have a look. It's kind of similar structure of what you were talking to the last person, kind of close to the highway. So I just want you to have a look at it and see if there's any meat on this.
Well, there's always meat on the bone. We just have to call and find out. I'll tell you, they've been there for 3 months. So getting an offer accepted for 50K is not off the table. As far as this particular deal, what did you think the after repair value was?
I got it around 130, 135.
130, 135. That sounds about right to me. Let me find it on the map. 155. Not going to show me the map, I see. That's always hard. So there's the curve. I actually know this area. There's that curve in the road. Where's the damn curve in the road? Is your house up here? Yeah, it is. Found it. Okay. Turner Street is right here, isn't it? Yeah, Turner Street. There's a house here I want, but I can't get. So I know your comps are not bad. Yeah, so you got a 4.3, 2,000 square feet for sale for 199. You got a 4.2 fix and flip 128. This is why you don't do basic flips, guys. This guy's priced well, but it's just, oh, what is that? This would be a perfect deal for creative finance, guys. It would be a great creative deal. But yeah, I probably agree with you. Let me just check this guy. Are you flipped? Oof. You got some low figures here, man. Check this out. This isn't a particularly like nice flip or maybe even a recent flip, but it is kind of renovated, and they're sitting at 93. They're sitting at 93. Ample space to renovate or reconfigure. Property needs work, but offers upside for this. Could be a good flip right here. It doesn't need that much work. That could be a good one right there. But yeah, man, I would probably say that what price do you have it at?
It's at 60 right now.
Oh, it's 60.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So 60, and then that rehab is probably, let me just check your rehab one more time. Do you know anything about the roof?
Roof hasn't been replaced at all, they said.
Okay, so original roof and original in the back. Garage is helpful. Yeah, you know, probably 30 on the inside, probably, you know, 15, 20 on I'd say it's 45K job, man. I think 45 would make this thing nice. Knowing that you have two roofs to replace. Two roofs to replace could be 15 alone. 45. You know, you buy it at 65, you pay your fee, you put in 45,000, you're in it for 115, right? You sell for 135, you take 6% off the top, you're in it for 126. Yeah, similar profits, man, like 11, 12K profit on that, which for me is not enough to do a job. But
okay.
Yeah, I would just say we're probably wanting a little bit wider profit margins on something like that.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah. All right, talk soon, man, okay?
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Let's go with Kai. Hey, Kai.
Hey, Richard, how you doing?
I'm well today. How are you?
I'm good. I just sent you DM'd you address in Michigan. The seller kind of offered me with 40K down for a seller financing, and I just want you to see if it's a good, you know, if it's something that we can move forward or not.
Checking. What's it listed for?
85. I offered him 50K, but he didn't accept it. So I basically moved to pitch for seller financing. And
well, this looks kind of not quite. Well, almost turnkey. What? No, we can't do that seller finance. That's 50% down. 50% down. More than 50% down. But maybe you could hit him with 57. You think you could hit him with 57? Because it's not quite turnkey, but it's pretty close.
Yeah, he said that he spent money getting the bad tenants out and then rehabbing it. Basically, that's why he wants the at least 40K down. But maybe I can get him down to 57. Maybe.
I would say that's probably a better price to be at than the 40% down, 50% down seller finance.
But 20K down will be doable, right?
Yeah. No. Probably max, because it's slightly distressed. I'd probably put no more than 10 down on this.
Yeah, that wherever the buy box basically predicted, right?
Yeah, I'd probably put 10, knowing that it needs a small amount of work.
Got it. I got two properties. The realtor trying to sell it at a discount. So each property was I looked it up in what is it called? But they offer 60K for each. And I was thinking to basically, if you're interested on doing, it's 1 bedroom, 4 unit, 4 multi-unit, and both of the property is for 4 multi-unit, and each unit has 1 bedroom.
You have a multifamily in Detroit?
Yep.
Each unit has 1 bedroom?
Yep. And it's 4 multi-unit. I mean, I can get back tomorrow on your live call and then basically get everything in it on here, basically.
1 bed, 1 bath multifamily, hard sell, man. Hard sell, 1 bed, 1 bath multifamily.
Got it.
That's a hard sell. We're looking for 2 bed, 1 bath multifamily on each side.
Yeah, they got listed for like 250K, if I believe. Buy box generated 160K. The realtor said that the owner willing to sell it at a discounted price for both properties.
And Angel, I can help you out with that tomorrow, man. If you want me to review the deal and call the agent, I can definitely help you out that tomorrow. So Angel, I'll bring you up tomorrow, all right? Tomorrow at 2 p.m., remind me to bring up Angel M.
Okay.
Got you locked in. Anyways, yeah, Kai, that one's a little hard, man. I'm sorry.
It's all right, no problem. I'll talk to you soon then. Thanks.
Yes, sir. Talk soon. Gary or Jerry. Is it Jerry? Jerry?
It's Jerry with the G. It's Geraldine. They call me Jerry.
Hey, Jerry, you need help with a contract?
Yeah, I DM'd you, Richard. It's 5 properties. And I DM'd you what the deal is. And the owner is ready to unload them. And I'm fumbling the bag with the paperwork. I need help.
The only thing is, these are in wholesale disclosure states. Illinois is a no-go wholesale state, and
Yeah.
Ohio is a disclosure state. So we can't wholesale in Illinois. And then
What about Richard? Richard, I was thinking, what if would it be possible to have in the contract that I could list that property if it's in the contract and agreed upon with the seller?
So it looks like Ada Avenue is already for sale on Zillow. Wait. I'm reading the description of Ada Avenue, and it says, I'm asking for just 2,000 down with only 300.
Right. That's what I said. Yeah, that's right.
So
$2,000 down.
Do you know what the condition of Ada Avenue is?
It's pretty decent, but it did have some freeze damage in it.
Okay, I tell you what, I can't do the Illinois ones, but here's what I'm thinking. Ada Avenue has potential. I like that one.
Okay.
We just have to get them okay with the wholesale disclosure. So my exact wording for that is, by the way, I look for these on behalf of my, wholesaling in Illinois, guys, has been restricted for a long time, like maybe 5+ years. So I look for these on behalf of my end buyer, and I pass them off to them. If that's fine, we can do this deal, but the title company requires that you sign a disclosure.
Yeah, and he has no problem with that.
Okay, perfect. So for Ada Avenue, if you can lock it up for $2,000 down and $300 per month, that's a deal through and through. And if you're curious about how to do a contract, I'd be happy to do the contract for you tomorrow on the live stream if you'd like.
Okay. Now, listen, here's the deal. He does want, the mortgage is about 300 something, and he wants to add, no, the mortgage is about 400. He wants to be able to get 300 cash flow from it every month. So that would take it up to about 700.
It's not terrible. It's not terrible. And I would imagine that this thing could rent out for more than that, probably $1,300, $1,400, don't you think?
Yes, absolutely. 4 bedrooms easily.
Yeah, I'm checking it right now. And then says 1,600 rent. So I would just need to know the condition of the interior. Is there a way that I could bring you up tomorrow and you could bring me the condition of the interior?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And I'll set a reminder to bring you up tomorrow, okay?
Okay. Now, let me just say this. If the owner would agree to, all 4 of these Illinois properties are free and clear. If the owner would agree that you could list the property and on the MLS, would that be possible? Would that be doable?
That's called a novation agreement, and it is possible, although I'm not well versed in that. And it's possible, but I fear that I can't advise you on that since I haven't done it before.
Right. Okay. Because this owner is very open. He wants to unload these houses badly. And so this is what I offer him for the whole portfolio. With the 2, I said, okay, I can give you 50,000. And that would really 42 for the -2 for the Cleveland property, which that's all they wanted, 2 down. So actually 48 for the 4 properties that was free and clear. And he said yes right away.
My
And
concern is that there's a massive fine waiting for those who disobey the law
Who's
in
right.
Illinois. And
I
for
got
and
you.
yeah,
I
for
got
me,
you.
I just am
We
not
want
making
you
any
to
money on
free.
it. I really want to do
Yes.
everything above board. It's not worth it for me to get
Right.
even a fine of
Okay.
something like that. So it can be really expensive. So I would say the Illinois stuff scares me, and I'm worried to give you advice on that.
Okay.
People do wholesale in Illinois. It's kind of like jaywalking, but with a higher risk. Maybe jaywalking on a highway. But I would say, yeah, I'm not going to tell you it's impossible. Anything's possible, but I'd really prefer not to touch Illinois. I've never done a deal there. It scares me. But this thing in Cleveland does seem possible. And if you want to list him on the MLS, you can do that. You could do that. If he says that's okay, you don't have to be an agent to do that. You can use a flat fee listing service. There is a way to make that happen. I just have never done it before, and I'm nervous to do so. I don't want to, as a public figure, I'd hate to walk a gray line. If you catch me.
Well, no, we won't worry about the Illinois. What I will trust you and go with is letting you know tomorrow I'm going to get into the Ada Avenue property and then see what we can do with that.
Yeah, I'll bring you up tomorrow. Let me set a reminder. Tomorrow at 2 p.m., remind me to bring up GERRI.
Okay.
So I've got you there. I'll bring you up tomorrow and we can do a contract for that. But in the meantime, can you get me photos of the interior of Ada?
I sure will.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Okay, thanks for taking my call, Richard. I appreciate it.
Talk soon. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Oh, that was a long one. At least it felt like it was. Richard, how do I work with you? If you want to work with me, I have a community called Hold My Hand Wholesale. We have about 8,500 to 9,000 members, and we wholesale houses for finder's fees. And if you'd like to join that, the link is in my bio. And the biggest point there is showing up to class. Showing up to class is important. When is the Fix and Flip course dropping? Let's hit up my editor really quick and ask. I'll send him that question directly. I wish that would drop right now. I wish that would drop right now. I just asked him. I'll keep you guys posted on that. Okay. Yeah, Alex, just be in my chat tomorrow. I'll be happy to bring you up. In the meantime, let's go ahead and I'm honestly, we're just going to give away $20 today. I'm real tired, guys. I've got a headache. But let's just give away $20 really quickly. Okay. So what am I going to do to give away 20? Well, I like trivia. But I like real estate trivia too. LOL, $20. That's right. Yes, as if I have to give away jack shit. What year did Cambodia gain its independence from France? Damn, I don't know that. I'm looking. I've got it. What was the name of the person who built the largest airplane ever made? Who built the largest airplane ever made? Who built the largest airplane ever made? Boeing? No. Hughes. That's right. Hughes. Howard Hughes. I'll take Howard Hughes. Someone says Jesus. That's right. Hughes. That's right. So, oh, Peter, you changed your profile picture, but I know who you are, right? I feel like you've been here for a while. Or is that somebody else? No, you've been here for a while, Peter. You've been here for a long time. You've been here since I lived elsewhere. Let's send you some money, Peter. Okay, and guys, if you have deals and you're curious about where to submit your deals, please type #submit. Please type #submit. And there's a movie about that too. Now, Peter, I don't have your Venmo, but if you unmute your mic, or if you don't want to unmute and you just DM me, I'll go ahead and I'll Venmo you. It looks like we sent him some rice and some shoes in the past. So Mr. Peter, I know you're here, man. You want to just DM me I don't know what to do, man. Peter's AFK. Peter, man, I want to help you out. You're a longtime member. He's typing. There will be another class after this, just in case you guys need additional help. Someone catch me up. I've been live for about 3 hours here, man. What's happened? I got a deal. I got a house. It's $470,000, $60,000 down. The payments are $2,000 per month, and the house rents out for about $5,000, fully occupied at $5,000. And I believe it'll be about a $10,000 deal, depending on if it passes inspection. So that happened earlier. Well, Mr. Peter, I don't know what to do here, man. I feel like you could put something in the chat that says, "Hey, I'm typing," or oh, you're typing. I see you typing now. All I need is a Venmo handle, a PayPal, a Cash App. What is that, Brock? Thanks. Nice little collage there you have. Do you flip houses or wholesale? I wholesale maybe 4 to 5 houses per month, and I flip maybe 2 to 3 houses every 2 months. Oh, Peter, man, you were typing, but you didn't click send. Well, Peter, I really did want to wait here, man, but I don't know what to do. I'm sorry, man. He said he would DM you. Okay, DM me. There's nothing in my DMs. Peter, I'm going to give you 10 seconds to put a period in the chat. Just a period to let me know you're here. I'm sorry, Peter, man. I'm sorry if there's some sort of technical difficulty, man. I don't know. Oh, you texted me. Okay. He texted me something. He texted me the words Venmo. There we go. Okay, there we go. We got the Venmo. Okay. I don't want to give up on him, you know? I don't want to give up on him, you know? No, he didn't fumble it. He got it. It's okay. Let's send him money. Yeah, we do a giveaway every day in Hold My Hand Wholesale. It's oftentimes $20. And that is sent in 3, 2, 1. Peter, you should have just gotten it, but I'm actually not going to wait for you to respond because I feel like that might take a while. Hey, Richard, next live stream, can I say my midterm abstract for school tomorrow? Yeah, but what do you mean by that? What is your midterm abstract for school? I don't know what that means. Anyways, guys, I'm going to head out. Tell your friends and family about what's going on here. It's very exciting. You actually are going to receive education on mobile home parks now. We have a really interesting guest to join us now. This is Jason. Jason has hundreds of doors, or I should say slots, mobile homes. He has mobile home parks. And Jason's mobile homes cash flow him 6 figures per month, like over 100,000 per month. And he was able to build that cash flow in just a couple of years. So he acquired his first one a couple of years ago, like 3 or 4 years ago. He paid it off in full with cash flow. And it now makes him over $100,000 per month. So it's really cool. He just bought another one, and he's also a buyer for mobile home parks, and he can also teach you how to get into mobile home parks. I would say that a strategy to consider is find the mobile home park, and then instead of actually getting an assignment fee, ask for equity. Ask for equity in the mobile home parks. Anyways, thanks so much for
Yeah.
hanging out with me, guys, and I will catch you on the next
Thanks,
one.
Richard.
Catch you later, Jason. Have a good one, man. Bye-bye.
It's
All right, so that is happening now. I'm going to add everyone in the chat, everyone. Mobile home park education. Education is live now. Jason is live and has over 100 mobile home park slots, and it's actually over 200. Cash flowing him over $100,000 per month net. If you want to learn, join this stream. Anyways, I'm out. Thanks for hanging out with me. Mobile home park is live. Section 8 housing. An interesting strategy that works for many. Not particularly something that I'm in, but does work. Anyways, thanks so much for hanging out with me, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Have an amazing rest of your day. Bye-bye. Link in bio for Hold My Hand Wholesale, by the way. Link in bio. YouTube, what's up, chat? I'm heading out. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Catch you later. Bye-bye.